Today we're going to work on Bharadvajasana. Bharadvajasana is named after the Hindu sage Bharadvaja, and in Sanskrit that word translates to mean to bring nourishment. And so I think that this is just so appropriate for this posture because this posture is nourishing for the internal organs, helping with digestion, and it's nourishing for the spine as we come into rotation. To practice Bharadvajasana 2, we'll begin in staff pose. So extend your legs out in front of you. Move all of your good stuff around so that the sit bones can connect to the earth and sit up nice and tall. Notice here if you need a blanket underneath the hips, the sit bones, to kind of lift the spine. And then we're going to bring the right leg into Ardha Virasana, half hero's pose. So here you bring the right foot back to the outside of the right hip and the right shin is grounded. And then the left leg is going to come into half lotus pose, Ardha Padmasana. So the blade of the left foot will come right into the right hip crease. And you kind of notice here if the knee is grounded or not. You'll notice that mine wants to float. So it doesn't float enough that I would probably use a block because then I'm going to lose that downward slope from the hip to the knee. So what I'm going to do is put a blanket underneath. Okay. And from here we sit up nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then we're going to slightly turn the gaze out over the left shoulder. Reach the left arm behind the back towards the left foot. You can always grab on to the back of a shirt here if that feels better. And then we're going to bring the right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And there's always this option to bring the right hand, the right fingertips underneath the left knee if that feels good. And we'll hold here for a few breaths. Modifications for Bharadvajasana 2. So when you're in this pose, you notice that you have one leg that's in half Virasana and one that's in half lotus. And then you have the element of the bind. So depending on where you're needing support, you're going to choose a different modification. If you're finding that you have this pelvic tilt and you can't get the space to rotate, then you would want to sit on a stack of blankets in this posture. That's one option. We talked about my knee not touching. So you can always bring a blanket underneath the knee. You could even bring a block. To demo that, I need to get my hips a little higher. You want to be able to keep the downward slope from the hip to the knee. So I'd probably even use another blanket here. So if you are using a block, you want to choose the lowest setting possible for you to still be able to keep that downward slope. Another option, and this is the one that I really like and it works well for a lot of people, is you get a stack of 3 to 5 blankets. And you want to fold these blankets in a way that gives you quite a bit of space because you're going to need the space. We're going to sit on the blankets and we're also going to put our Padmasana shin and knee on the blankets. So the Virasana leg will come to the side and it stays grounded. But we scoot to the back of the blankets to give ourselves space, and we keep the lotus leg on the blankets. And this is nice because now we're up high, this knee is supported, and we have space. And then the other option is you can always use a strap around the foot and grab onto the strap with the left hand while the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. And if the right hand doesn't reach the outside of the left knee, that's okay. Maybe the hand is on the thigh. Just go where it feels good for your body.